Hey there everyone, welcome back to Game Vine, and my name is Dave, and today we are going to go into the Kodama Forest. Now, as a disclaimer, this is a review copy from Indie Board and Cards. Thank you so very much for your support. It's been quite a while since I've reviewed one of your games, and I am excited to actually review this one here. And I gotta say, this cover is killing it. Beautiful. And this would really grab my eye, and I would instantly want to find out what this game is about. I mean, this right now I'm going to say is a 10 cover. Take note. Now, from what I understand, this is a series of games, Kodama. There are other games, though I haven't played any of them, so I'm not going to be referencing them. I am a fresh palate when it comes to Kodama. This is my very first game, so I'm jumping into it. And from what I understand, this really doesn't have much of a tie-in when it comes to the gameplay. So that's a good start off point if I'm gonna start anywhere. It is a pentamino game, Tetris pieces. You're basically trying to fit them together, and there are tons of games out there like Patchwork and such, and this one kind of differentiates itself by saying, well, you can fill your board up with these Tetris shapes, but you also have to work with your neighbors. So it's a bit of cooperation, a bit of competition, but let me show you everything that's in the box, and I'll explain more. Alright, so this is what you get in the box here. The player boards here, they come in two different things, beginner and just regular, so this is kind of like normal. The thickness is cardboard stock, nothing impressive. I will say this bag is, I don't know what it's trying to resemble, but it looks like there's little mold bits on it, but I think it's more trying to be like a Starry Night. Good quality though. Now these things are my least favorite part about the game. It's supposed to be a frame and it holds the pieces together and from falling apart on the board here, but it doesn't do a very good job. I see what they were trying to go for, but nothing spectacular. Then you have the cute art. The art on these pieces are fantastic, and then all the different pentamino pieces, Tetris pieces. So let me go ahead and show you how to play with these things. Okay, so I'm not going to be going over all the rules, but the game is pretty simple. It's a cooperative kind of competitive game. So on your turn, you will be drawing 3 of these tiles, and you will pass 1 to each one of your neighbor's side, and then keep 1 for yourself. The name of the game is to cover up as many of these numbers as you can. You cannot cross or go over the blue tiles, and you can place these anywhere you want. Now you can communicate with your neighbors to see what the best move will be, but ultimately you're going to be placing a tile on your board every turn. Now there are different boards, some for beginners like the one I have here, and some with more advanced. Now at the end of the game you want to have as much covered up as you can, because that is how you win the game. A few things though, when you complete certain things, like if I were to place this right here, this flower is complete, I would get this butterfly and I can place it on my board anywhere I want. And there are 2 other things that you can complete on here, and that is a swamp. So once you complete a swamp like this, you will get a swamp tile here, a just 2 by 1 tile that you can place anywhere, and then the bamboo. So if you're able to complete a bamboo here, you would be able to get the cute panda that you can place on your board. And that's really it. You just pass this bag around, drawing 3 tiles, passing to your neighbors until someone covers up all the 10s and 5s on their boards. You'll continue play until somebody does that, and then you will count all the tiles that you have, and whoever has the most covered is the winner. And that's the basics. So now let me tell you what I think about this game. So that is Kodama Forest, and what do I think of this one? It gets a 76 from me, which is a Game Vine Play It Award. I absolutely think if you come upon this game, you should give it a try. But I've played a lot of these games in the past, and one of my favorite one, Patchworks, is, you know, a good example of that. But since that came out, there have been so many. Isle of Cats is one of my favorite ones as well. So this game is competing with those. And yes, it does twist it, the game mechanism, by saying you have to cooperate with your neighbors, so you are only going to be as good as your neighbors, though the whole talking back and forth, one person is pretty much going to decide, and unless you're the squeaky wheel, you might be getting pieces that you don't want. And I also ran into that issue in the game Flourish, where you're working with your neighbors. So that was a cooperative game. This being competitive in that weird kind of semi-faux cooperative mode, it was weird. Though the pieces are beautiful. The art, like I said, the box is just phenomenal. Keep doing box art like this, because this will draw people in. This is how you do a very nice, unique style with brilliant colors. And the pieces are good too. I just don't think it's enough to raise it to the cream of the crop of pentominoes or these shape type of games by saying, hey, we're going to be working together, but not really. But if you like these type of games, this is going to be a good one to have in your library. I'm glad I have it, and I'm going to be keeping it because it does add a different element to it. And this, again, can't be really played with no less than 3 players, which is an issue because I would have been able to play it even more if I could play it with my partner. But because you're doing the whole neighbor sharing thing, this is more of a group game when it comes to shaping out those Tetris pieces. Is it hard? Not necessarily. The beginner boards are definitely easier. Does gameplay draw out? Maybe just a tad bit, and those frames are flimsy. But there are some really good parts about it and some hiccups. Again, this is going to be a decision you're going to have to make if you like these type of games. It does it well. It's a different experience slightly. Would I pick it up over like an Isle of Cats? Maybe not. But it is a cute game. But this is a good game overall. So if you're into these kind of Tetris pieces game, you can pick this up. It's going to be in a link below. Again, I do approve of it. Didn't blow my mind, but I'm glad I have this beautiful box on my shelf. It's staying there. So thank you again, Indie Board and Cards. I really do appreciate your support. Thank you so much, Vine Nation, for clicking like and subscribe. Until the next time that I see you, my name is Dave. Have a great rest of your day and a great time with all you play. You heard it here on the Game Vine. I'm out. Bye. Vine Nation, we love making content here for you on the channel, and we're almost at 10,000 subscribers, so subscribe now and help us out. This video right here, I think you'll like. This video right here, YouTube thinks you'll like. Or you can just sit here and watch me dance as a dinosaur for a little bit longer. You can visit us at our social media outlets, and we're going to be improving our Patreon here soon. That's all for today. Miko, it's time to go. Good girl, Miko.